So let us continue example number 2. So same instruction, we're still going to draw the shear and moment diagram of the beam. So first is, let us assign letter to every change of loading as what we have learned previously. So I'll call this as point A, this is point B, and then this is point C, and here is point D. So it's obvious that the beam is a cantilever beam, and then what we're going to do here is to solve for the reaction, and we have here a dV and a rotational moment of md. Also, naatay distributed load, we need to get its resultant, so it's 5 times 2, it's 10 kilonewtons. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is to solve the vertical reaction, summation of forces vertical equal to 0. So what are the forces on the vertical side? It's only this 10 and this dV. So you have negative 10 and positive dV equal to 0. Therefore, dV is equal to 10 kilonewtons. And right now, we're going to solve for MD. MD, solving MD, summation of moment at the point where MD is found, and clockwise positive, counterclockwise negative. So MD, I place MD as counterclockwise, so it's negative MD. And this then will rotate at point D with a counterclockwise direction. So it's negative 10 times the moment arm. It's 1/2 of 2 plus 2 plus 1. So 1/2 of 2 is 1, then plus 2 is 3, then plus 1 is 4. So it's 4. And then the last one here, it's 60 kilonewtons nga clockwise, so it's positive. So positive 60 kilonewtons, no moment arm anymore since this 60 is already a moment load, and equal to 0. We're gonna transpose MD to the other side para mahimo siyang positive. So MD now is equal to negative 40 plus 60. Therefore, MD is 20 kilonewtons meter. So that is the direction and values of the reaction. Okay, so we're going to plot now the shear and moment diagram. But before that, let's bring down the line. No, I'll just use a black pen. No, this one, this pen na lang. This is for point A, and this is for point B, and here this is for point C, and here this is for point D. And then we're going to draw the 0 shear line. So this represents the 0 shear line. Okay, so we're now ready to draw the shear values, or plot the shear values. So we are at point A. At point A, let's evaluate if there is a concentrated force. At point A, there is none. This is only the end or the start or the beginning of the distribution, so it's not a concentrated load. Therefore, we'll only have here VA, kaya may concentrated load. Then we should start at 0. Next, at point B, atong i-examine, is there a concentrated load at point B? Wala gihapon. This is just the end of the distribution, so it's not a concentrated load. So we'll only have 1 point of shear at B. So VB, and then you copy the previous value, which is your VA, plus minus the load from A to B. So copy the previous value of our VA, which is 0, and plus minus the load. So what is the load between A to B? The load from A to B includes the 10 kilonewtons here. Kana siya, no? So therefore, that's the load nga atong ibutang, and that's downward, so it's negative. So nagbutang ta diri plus minus, so ang buhaton na to ilisdan og negative, then it's negative or minus 10. So therefore, VB is negative 10 kilonewtons. No, ato i-plot. That's VB nga negative 10. So mag-start ta with VA nga 0, then VB nga negative 10. So diri lang nako ibutang si negative 10. So I'll place here negative 10. Next, we are going to plot now at point C na ta. So ato i-plot si VC kaya na nato sa point C. Evaluate. At point C, ang nakita ra nato nga load is not a concentrated load but a rotational load. Meaning to say, dili nato siya i-appeal sa shear diagram. Kay this is a moment load. So daan ni siya sa moment diagram. So therefore, walay concentrated load. So ang buhaton nato, VCDI is only, point CDI will give us only VC. And you copy the previous value, VB, then plus minus the area, or the load rather. The load from B to C. So copy the previous value, which is negative 10. And then let's just leave the plus minus first. Okay, wala pa matakibaw. Atong i-examine ang load between B to C. So this is our B and this is our point C. And as you can see, walay load nga na-include diha. No? So wala may load, so therefore this is 0. So you have to plus or minus. So plus lang ako ibutang. Anyway, that's 0. So VCDI is just negative 10. Next, ato i-plot si negative 10 sa point C. I'll place here the negative 10. By the way, this is point C, no? So this is negative 10. Next, we are going to plot at point D. So let us examine at point D. At point D, there is a concentrated load because of the support reaction, meaning there would be two values at point D. So two values at point D na kay VD left and VD right. So starting with VD left. So all we have to do is copy the previous value, which is VC, then plus minus area from C, load from C to D. So this is negative 10 as VC, then plus minus the area from C to D. So this is our point C and this is our point D. And as you can see, the load included sa kaning portion kay walay load, no? So dili na to maingon nga si kaning 60 nga clockwise load sa C to D kay it's only applied at C but not in between C to D, no? So manang kalahian niya. So that's 0. Nawa lagi ang 10 diri. So this is negative 10. And then we're gonna add 0 load between C to D. So the VDLDI is just negative 10 kilonewtons. So i-plot sad nako dira si VDL that it is 10 kilonewtons negative. And then let us proceed with VDR. So all we have to do is copy VD left and then plus minus the load at D. Na. Load at D. So copy, which is negative 10. And then at point D, there are two loads, diba? The VD upward, the DV upward, and the MD nga counterclockwise. Since we're only plotting the shear, therefore, dili sa ni nato siya apilon in considering the shear. Only this vertical force kay shear man, 'di ba? So mugawas ang shear tungod sa mga vertical forces. So upward or downward only ang atong i-consider. So at point D, the vertical force is dV upward. So the dV is 10 and it is upward. So we'll have plus di ni dire and then plus 10. So the VDR is 0. So as what I have told you before, nga dapat the shear and moment diagram should end with a 0 value. So mo end di ay siya sa 0. Okay? Right. So let us connect the curves. The points from A to this negative 10 here. So ang tanaw na to kay ang sa babaw nga area or diagram. No? So tanaw na to ang diagram. So ang diagram na to here kay horizontal, meaning this is at 0 slope. So kay 0 slope man siya, ang next nga diagram is a first degree slope. So first degree slope di ay ang ato ang i-connect niya. First degree, it's just a straight line. So this is at first degree. Next, from this 10 and this negative 10. So it's obvious man, no? It's just a horizontal line. Nganong horizontal? Kay wala may load between this, no? So horizontal na. So kita mo initiate sa curve kay wala may load. So this is at 0 degree. Balikan lang nako. This is at 0 degree. And this one as well, ato i-connect. Tanaw na to gihapon ang babaw nga diagram. So wala gihapoy load, pasabot we are plotting a horizontal line. 0 degree kay kita may mo initiate. Beginning pa man siya nga curve. So this is at 0 degree. And for the last one, kani ato i-connect with a vertical line. And now this is your shear diagram.